Hello, this is Dr. Roddy Ferguson. I had the opportunity to speak with Chris Round, who was one of my clients and was trained in judo by a four-time Olympian and two-time Olympic bronze medalist and 1999 world champion Jimmy Pedro. Chris Round has some excellent information when it comes to grip fighting. We did a long recording concerning grip fighting and the stiff arm, and I had to kind of take some golden nuggets out of that conversation so that I can share it with more people. And I took a compendium of that particular conversation and I'm sharing it here, where Chris really talks about why stiff arms are a problem and the levels of judo at which they are a problem. Enjoy.
Well, the fact of the matter is, stiff arming is a problem at the low levels. And I don't mean low as in like I'm looking down. I'm saying when you're learning judo, stiff arming is a problem. And that said, if you take the time to study grip fighting and study a judo positioning, I think it won't be a problem anymore. It becomes a very simple thing to just swat off like a mosquito. Oh, and that's why you really need to understand gripping.
Let me tell you this. I have seen, and I said this in my last call with Jay Foster. I don't berate anybody sharing their techniques. Just like when we say lower levels of judo, that's not an insult to anyone who practices judo at a low club level, because those individuals that are going and sharing the art and the sport and taking up their time, they are valued, they are needed, and they are appreciated. However, there's a difference between judo and judo prime, okay? They both look like judo, but judo prime is made for judo prime time, and the regular judo is not. Now, everybody who gets to judo prime has gone through judo. We've all done judo. But when you do judo prime, okay, it's for my mathematicians, you find out that the original judo is very different. Now, a lot of people who do judo and believe that they know judo and they have high ranks in the regular judo, they're not experts over in the judo prime, or what we call the performance judo area. So you can be 6th, 7th, 8th, dan and all that, and stripe, blah, 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 boom, 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 and you may not know as much about performance judo as a brown belt that's been training at Jason Morris's place, or with me, or with Jimmy Pedro, or with Serge, or some other places like that. You just may not know. You may not.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. But don't go throwing your weight around thinking that you know, because you don't know. And I have seen so many of these videos about gripping out there that are absolutely different.
That's a very political way of saying that. They're
very different than the way that I was taught, and they're different than how I teach, and they're different than how I've seen it taught. And some of those things may work at certain levels, but I would be very cautious about following just anybody's grip fighting advice.
No, you need to be selective. You definitely need to be selective.
And that's it. Hey, Chris.
All right, man.
Thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you very much. always a pleasure.
All right.
For more about grip fighting and to get 15 free grip fighting lessons, please visit www.gripfighting.com.